Yeah, all praise to the Most High. Give thanks and praise unto thee, Father. It's another beautiful Sabbath. It's another beautiful day. We're giving thanks for our existence, and we're giving thanks for our Father, which shows us mercy and loving kindness. Today we're going to actually talk about the Sabbath. And the Sabbath is basically, I think that is very important. It's a part of the Ten Commandments. It's actually all over the Bible. It's from Ezekiel to Genesis to where we are, Luke, Nehemiah, Leviticus, uh, so many, Mark. I can go on and on. So basically, we're going to dive into it and we'll kind of explain the whole fact of why we should keep the Sabbath, because the Sabbath, it's a thing where you have to keep, because the Sabbath is something now that the Most High made it as a communion, as a sign, like a holy day. Even if you want to even call it so much, almost like a holiday. Where in set it so we could fellowship together. And funny enough, a lot of people don't know this. When we here on earth keep the Sabbath, do you know in heaven the angels keep the Sabbath as well, same time, same day, and they praise the Most High in fullness. So sometimes must keep it. You must keep keep the Sabbath holy. And we have to make sure that when we're keeping the Sabbath, we do it the best line as possible. So we're going to go into all of that. So I'm actually going to jump into the Bible. I'm going to start from Genesis. So Genesis is, well, the word Genesis means beginning. So it's only right to start from where? The beginning. Right. So we're going to take from Genesis chapter 2, verse 2 to 3. So if you don't have the Bible on your mobile device, you can actually download it, the King James Version, and it's totally free. And you can actually read along, so you can see for yourself, and you can do your own reading for yourself. Not just saying, but because all of this I'm reading is from scriptures. I'm not just taking it from my own, personal view. This is what the Most High, stated and put it in law, right? All right. So as I said, Genesis 2, verse 2 to 3. So it reads, "And on the seventh day, Elohim ended his work which he had made, and he had rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Elohim blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which he had created and made." Right? So I hope you listen to that carefully. So that's the beginning. So he's telling you from when he created the earth, right? And on the seventh day, from doing all the creation, that was a day of rest for him, where he sanctified it. That means from the Most High sanctified it. That means put him stamp on it. That means seal. There's no going around it. You see what I'm saying? So from him stamp it and seal it, it's certified. So that means you have to observe the Sabbath, because that's the day of worship between you and him. Right? And as I said before, even here on earth when we do our Sabbath and keep our worship, also in heaven, the angels worship on the Sabbath, the same day, seventh day, no different. Alright? So we're gonna go to another verse, which this is Exodus 20. Now this is the commandment of the Most High. This is not just me stating it from my personal view. This is the Most High stating it and telling you, so listen, this is what you must do. Alright, so we're going to Exodus 20, and we're going to go to verse 8. So I have my notes here, so I'll make sure I make some notes. So let me actually put my notes right in front of me. So I have to be going too far. So yeah. So let's start from verse 8. Exodus 20. Right. And it basically states here, and this is in the Ten Commandments, right? So remember the Sabbath day to keep it what? Holy. And the 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Most High, thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. See? So the Most High is telling you here again, right? This is Exodus 20, starting from verse 8, that you should keep the Sabbath and keep it holy. See? And also, what you should know is that when you're keeping the Sabbath, nobody in your gate, which means your house, your property where you live, shouldn't be doing no work. So say you have people working for you, or like they come on they come and clean up the yard to make sure the yard looks nice and proper, right? That is something you have to do like on the Friday or the Sunday or in the week. But you cannot have them you doing your Sabbath and people outside cutting your lawn. No, that can't work. The Most High don't work with that. So basically you're defiling the Sabbath by doing that. So nobody, not even your mother, your child, your picnic, nobody should be working. Everybody should be observing the Sabbath, right? So these are the commandments that the Father said. So it's a simple, straightforward thing, it's not going around it. If you notice, a lot of people nowadays are worshiping on a Sunday. Now, this is going to be very, hard for some people to accept, but, I'm going to leave for next time. But in the scriptures, the most I would explain that to you, where for you to be worshiping on Sunday, you're basically worshiping the devil. You are basically worshiping the enemy, because you're doing something that he never tell you to do, right? And who created the Sunday worship? Romans. So do your research as well. But we're just taking everything here from scripture, so you can do outside of the scriptures, or you can find out, and it tells you about when the Romans changed from the Sabbath to Sunday, right? And there's a reason why they did that. So let's go into it again. So we're going to go to actually now Exodus, still at Exodus. So we're going to go to chapter 31. So Exodus 31, let's do that. So let's go to Exodus 31, all right? All right, so Exodus 31, and we're going to take it from verse 12 to 16, all right? So we're going to see it here again. I'm going to go through all the verses, not all, but most of them, basically telling you why you should observe the Sabbath, right? And trust me, Israel, when you do observe the Sabbath will basically, it's a sign between you and the Most High. So you know that you are His, and you also, and He also is yours, right? So this is a sign for us to know that when we commune together, we commune together as a family, right? So we're going to do it now. So so as I said, Exodus 31, and we're at verse 12. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily, my Sabbath day ye shall keep. Hear that? Let's read it again. Right? Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily, my Sabbath he shall keep. Right? He shall keep. He never said he shall keep Sunday. He said, keep my Sabbath, 7th day, which we call a Saturday. Right? For it is a sign between me and you, throughout your generations, that he may know that I am the Most High that do sanctify you. So you see, when you do keep the Sabbath, you are being sanctified. You are being cleansed. You are being uplifted. You are being spiritually broadened. You're being spiritually awake, spiritually connected to your Father. You see, man, so this is why it's very, very important for us to keep the Sabbath day. All right. All right. So let's keep reading a little bit more, right? I said from what, 12 to 16? So we're at 14 now, right? Verse 14. Ye shall keep the Sabbath day, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defiles it shall surely put to death. So that in them days, if you mess around with the Sabbath in any little way, a straight death. Father will tell you, hey, carry him out to the congregation and go stone him to death. No playing around. Alright? So let's read it again. He shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defiles it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. See me I say? Alright. 15. The sixth day may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath for rest, holy to the Most High. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to what? Death. It's two times that man said in in 14 and in verse 15. So he must make sure, tell me, brother, I said, listen, you will be put to death. So you see all the people right now who are not keeping the Sabbath, basically, when the Most High come back, it's not going to be pretty, because if you're not observing the Sabbath, that means you surely can be put to death. You can be cut off, your name can be blotted out of the book of life, right? So let's continue. 16. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath through the generations for a perpetual covenant. Now, perpetual means continuous, means it don't stop. It means we going to do it till you dead, till your picnic come and them dead, and go straight down the line, right? No, it not stop. Perpetual. But the thing about that is, if you don't, and then you die in sin, right? That's not good, because you're all going on. That's a perpetual punishment, which means it don't stop. So, I beg the people, on a serious note, y'all don't play around with the Sabbath. So, I said the Father take this thing serious. This is why we're in this position that we're in right now, because of our forefathers, right? Next Sabbath, we're going to touch upon the topic that we're, in Lamentations, actually, where actually the Father did put that in my spirit and show me where we transgress. See? And that's just one of the scriptures. I'm going to go through some more where we did stuff that we're not supposed to do, and because we did it, we were punished severely. It's not no joke. See what I say? The Father play around when you tell it keeping commandments. See what I say? Especially the Sabbath, it's no joke thing. Alright, so what we're doing now, we're actually going to let's actually go to Mark verse chapter 2. Alright, so let's get to Mark chapter 2. So, we should know that Israel, this is not their own thing, right? It's a serious thing. So Mark is in the New Testament, and we're going to chapter 2, right? Chapter 2, verse 27 to 28. So, come to it again now. Alright, so it states here in Mark chapter 2, verse 27 and 28, right? And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Hear that? right? Let's actually read it again, right? It's a serious thing. It's not a joke around thing. It's not a play around thing. It's a serious thing. So let's do it again. And he said unto them, the Sabbath day was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. So basically, the Sabbath was made for us, not we for the Sabbath, but made for us. See, and before the Father tell you why, because it's a communion between you and Him, which He sanctifies you. So may I say? So, verse 28. Therefore, the Son of Man is the Lord also of the Sabbath. So basically, He's telling you, our Messiah is the master of the Sabbath. He is the Torah in the flesh. He is the man that basically knows everything about Sabbath. He's the king of the Sabbath, basically. Nobody is higher than him when it comes down to the Sabbath in terms of dealing with the Sabbath, right? So there it goes, Israel. We have so many proof here that we can go on. And we're going to go into it because we really want to really drive home that we need to keep the Sabbath and make sure we keep it holy, right? So we're going to go to Isaiah 58, right? So let's do it now. Isaiah 58, right? Man, I tell you, say, in the most I do thing. And see, we must learn about the scriptures too. Him just don't just say it in one scripture. Him give you in from Old Testament to New Testament. See? So you can't say you never did see it or you never did know unless you're not reading the Bible. So that's which is the King James Version, right? So a lot of people should know King James wasn't a white man. That was them trick way and tell me, but actually King James was an Israelite, right? And he lived in Scotland, right? He was a king in Scotland, right? So do your history, do your research as well on that, because if you notice also in Isaiah verse 4, Moses say, my people suffer because of lack of knowledge. And that's not no joke thing. See? And why we most of us as Israelite people, we don't read. We don't do research, we take things as what people tell we. Some of it I can't understand because we've been brainwashed. And it's hard to break out of brainwash. Especially if you're not even trying to adjust yourself to see where I can really find myself in this space called life, right? So come with me, Isaiah 58, right? Isaiah 58, and we're going to go to verse 13, from 13 to 14, right? So Isaiah 58, 13, 14, right? All right, so let me read it now. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Most High, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words. So I said, Father, tell me, right? Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Most High, and I will cause thee to ride upon high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob, thy father, for the mouth of the Most High had spoken. So that means when the Most High tells us him speak it, it's done. That means if he tells us him sanctify, it's sealed. If he tell us, yo, me say, I suck it all go, now go no other way, because the Most High cannot lie, and you must understand that when the Most High utterance the word, it comes into manifestation. It's not a joke. This is why it's the Most High. Right? So let me read back verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasures on my holy day, which is doing your own pleasure, which I explain to people, and even my brethren, so listen. He said the Sabbath day, you can't do your own thing on the Sabbath. Whatever it may be, for your own pleasures when it comes to the Sabbath. So I'm telling you, and the 6th day, so you can do all the way you want to do on the 6th day. But you see, the 7th day is field day, so you're not supposed to be doing nothing but concerning your own personal things. It's supposed to be the Most High. See, man, the Father thing you're supposed to have, which is worship, praise, reading the scripture, prayer, all these good things, right? So, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Most High honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words. But you know what's doing? The Father saying that if you follow him and do him, tell him to hear him out of you. Because we must understand as well, the Most High rewardeth. He will just tell you things, he just do it, he actually rewards you for doing it because you're being obedient. So watch this. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Most High, and I will cause thee to ride upon the highest place on earth. So that means the Most High will give the best of things which is in earth, because you are follow what he tell you to do. This is why our foreparents transgressed, because they go a whoring to other gods and neglect the Sabbath. Or they do what they want on the Sabbath. See? Matter of fact, let me go to that. Let me go to Nehemiah. And Nehemiah is a serious youth. And Nehemiah will tell you why this same scripture follow in that category to what Nehemiah was actually talking about, some of the Judah, which is Judah, you should know, in all the tribes is the leader, and they're the lawgiver. So they shouldn't really be setting the tone, right? But watch this. We're about to Nehemiah, right? So go to Nehemiah. All right. Nehemiah is the Old Testament again, right? And we're going to go to what? 13. Nehemiah, is it 13? Sorry. Yeah, Nehemiah 13, chapter 13, sorry. And we're going to start from verse 15. 15. Let's go to start from verse 15, right? Yeah. So never read from verse 15 going down to explain why you can't do your own thing on the Sabbath. And the Most High is telling, well, Nehemiah is explaining to you why our foreparents get into the same problem what we're getting at, because we not observing what the Most High tell us to do. Watch this. In those days saw I Judah some treading winepress on the Sabbath day, and bringing in shavers and lending asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, and testified against them in the day where they sold victuals, right? So basically, Nehemiah come in layman terms, like what I say, so we didn't Jerusalem now, we walk coming at Jerusalem, right? Like so Jerusalem was like the arbitrary, right? And when we come in arbitrary, look, we see all the Israelites them on the Sabbath day, wine press, them a sell grape, them a do all kind of things which is not obligated or ordained for you to be doing on the Sabbath. So, we can listen to what Nehemiah said now. This is verse 16 now. There dwelt a man of Tyre also therein, which brought fishes and all manner of wares, and sold unto the Sabbath unto the children of Judah and in Jerusalem. Then I contend with the nobles of Judah. Nobles mean princes, governors, you get the gist, right? Just like if me come arbitrary and I see them thing they're going, what me I do? Me I go check the prime minister on the what so-called MPs. So that's the same equivalent, right? So let me read it again. Then, that's verse 17 now. Then I contended with the nobles of Judah and said unto them, what evil thing is this that he do and profane the Sabbath day? See, so Nehemiah said, yo, my youth, I wanna do. I wanna have the people them do this on the Sabbath day. This is why we're getting our forefathers getting into trouble, why we getting up from them time there, because this is the same thing. See, the man say, what kind of evil is this that you do? Now say, what kind of idiot thing, you know? Evil. Because this is evil, right? Check it out. Did not your forefather thus, and did not your Elohim bring all this evil upon us and upon this city? Ye bring more wrath upon Israel for profaning the Sabbath day. See? So Nehemiah show you said, yo, when you do these things on the Sabbath day, you are setting up yourself for destruction. And the Father not going to play it, because he tell you, do not break my laws nor my commandments. He's serious on that. That's like, I am your father, you're my children, you live in my house, and I have rules. And I tell you, say, yo, stick by these rules and everything will alright. But because you want to do what you want to do, and you think you are the head, and you're not, you do what you want to do and break my rules. So what happened? Me as a father, I am going to discipline you because you're breaking my rules. This is the same equivalent. See? So Nehemiah tell them, say, yo, what nonsense? Are you crazy? You know, see what happened to forefathers before. This is why we end up having problems. That now, when you come back and do the same thing, and now learning it tough. Watch this. And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates be shut, and charged that they should not open until after the Sabbath. And some of my servants set I at the gates, that there should no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day. So basically, in a Jerusalem, the man goes and said to them, yo, I go on. They have him, some I'm breaking them, he just say, yo, see to it say the gate them lock up, and don't open them until after the Sabbath. See, but before then, it's a lock. Alright? So watch this now. So the merchant and sellers of all kinds of ware loads without Jerusalem once or twice. Then I testified against them, and said unto them, why lodge ye about the walls? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth came they came no more on the Sabbath. So Nehemiah come and say, yo, brother, after I lock the gate, I'm still outside here lurking, trying to tempt the people and to come out and buy things, and out here waiting. Matter of fact, here we go. I don't want none of you to come back yourself on the Sabbath day. Because you don't know here neither. Who knows the next one? So here we go. Say, you don't know here, me and the charge of them, I'll go brush them. So from the man here that they know, so Nehemiah no play. Because Nehemiah serious you. The man no come back. And that's how we have to be. We have to take the Sabbath like that serious, where we say, yo bro, and upon that, you know, we have to profane the Sabbath and you put yourself in a jeopardy. Because the Most High, what? Do not love them things there. The Most High do not want you to break his commandments. See? So, I mean, I can keep going on and on, right? Because really and truly, we need to know that the Sabbath day is not a joke day. And I beg my people to go and read those scriptures that you hear me actually, read, so you can get a gist for yourself. So you can actually go to as well. Let's go to Hebrews. Hebrews 4, 1 to 6. So you could read now. because we're not finished yet. But we want to really realize that this is not a joke, right? This is serious business. So Hebrews is actually New Testament. So we're going to chapter 4 and verse 1 to 6. Right. Right. From verse Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1 to 6, right? So Hebrews actually was written by Paul. So let me hear it now. Let us therefore fear, lest I promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. So basically, Matthew said, you have to learn to work with the rest, which is the Sabbath day, because if you don't, you can be left out of the promise. All right. For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profane them, nor being mixed with faith in them that hear it. Right? For we which have believed do enter into rest, as he said, as I have sworn in my wrath. If they shall enter into my rest, all through the works were finished from the foundations of the world, for he speak in certain places of the seventh day on this wise, and Elohim did rest the seventh day from all his works. From what? All his works. So you see Paul come up and tell you the same thing. Hold on. And in this place again, if he shall enter into my rest, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein, and they to whom is was first preached entered not in because of unbelief. See, so if you are dealing with the Sabbath and you're not taking it serious and thinking just is just a one and day, the rest of it just do that thing, yeah, man. The Father now will work with you because you have to believe and have to have faith in the Father, right? Because Him or the man will guide and steer we as a people. That was all our downfall from even when we're coming out of Egypt, where we come out of Egypt, and when as we reach the sea, the what was the Red Sea, yeah, and the chariots them come with the Egyptians and Pharaoh, see, start react and go and mad, and I say, what you know, the carriers come for just and kill me and come drown me off. And this you come to no Moses, He take you out of a place so we are alright, and what you know, I carry come kill you off. See? And Moses say, yo, hold on yourself, man. Look and see how powerful the Father is, right? And the Father make a way for them when there was no way. See? And them do it constantly, you know what I mean? More and more as they go along, right? So it shows us that as a people, where faith is concerned, sometimes we are very limited where that is concerned. And we tend to want to lean on our own understanding. See? And if you notice now, even in America, and this is to my American brethren there, see, is that it's like Babylon, just like Egypt. And you can't be caught up in it where some people's like, they want to leave but don't want to leave because, certain things and, America with it. Seeing? Now, I do understand that, seeing, and I know how them things work. But if you really should check it out and you go into scriptures, the Father will tell you, saying, see, come out of her, my people. See me, I said, Because if you think about it, look at what they're doing now and all the things that's going on right now in America. Do you really think that these people are going to stop? You think about it. You are in your enemy's yard, and your enemy is the one that controls the yard. But you the in the yard, and you might have a little place in the yard where him give you, not your one, him lend you. And yes, a John Star, one other one room for the room when we get there. And enough space in the yard for the other one room. Right? Because I'm big mother alone. You know, got a little bit of so want another room. And any little point and say, yo man, you know, I put up a room for my ends, you know. See? And if you even do that, you have to pay me out of money. And you see that so you said, yo, look how much land there, brother. And I can't put up a look at one room and now take up no space. I think some can't do it. I'm going to tell you, say, yeah. Why is that? Because you're in the enemy yard. How can you be in your enemy's house and you are dictating to him what you want? You're saying that you want equal rights, you want this and you want that. These people don't see you as equal. They see you as lesser than them. And they're letting you know that. But they're trying to make it seem that not necessarily. They're not coming out point blank and telling you, but they're just doing it subliminally and telling you. Sometimes they do it point blank and tell you. This is why you have the KKK, you have all kind of other organizations, right? And that's just one of the countries. See? So, point to me I try to get to is, why each up in your enemy's house? Don't get me wrong, I do understand that things and times kind of set a little way, so you know, when you're there in a Babylon, they might have a little bit more things than where you originally come from. See, or probably you're born there. But think about it. The world is a very big place. It's not just one country. Most people who even live there never even travel, and then can travel freely to any country. None of them even take the chance or time out to experience what another country is like and see other people. Matter of fact, one of my brethren, sister came to Jamaica last year, and when they came, him carried them around and thing, and them said to themselves, yo, I've never been nowhere where I've seen so much black people in one place. Matter of fact, the same bare black people and no white people. They feel different. They can't believe it. It's almost like they feel so comfortable that it's shocking to them system. Because the first time I ever traveled to this country. Right? And that put such a joy in them that they decide that they want to come back. And also, they want to have property here. And I can guarantee you that, say, especially amongst your own set of people and deal with them with whatever bad vibes is there more than your enemy. So put it this way, I'd rather live with my family, even though me and my family can't get along that well. And I'd rather work. Me and my family have a problem more than me and my enemy. But I think about it. Your enemy is looking to destroy you. Your family, yeah, some might not be with you, but there's some that love you. So you find that you can still live. It's not all your family members want to see demise. If none at all, they might just have a disagreement, but we don't want to kill you. Them though, that's their aim. Or to keep you at a certain level. So you're what they call subservitude to them. Right? So my brothers and sisters, this is something I constantly have to keep, forcing and pushing. Is that by you keeping the Sabbath, matter of fact, I tell you this, a lot of people might believe it. If you're living in your enemy's yard and you are keeping the Sabbath and keeping it holy, so the Most High is that great that He can put it in your enemy's heart to show you gratitude or to deal with you a little bit less rough than how He deal you, or He can take you out of the yard and put you somewhere else where you and that enemy not the problem, and protect you as you go along just by keeping the Sabbath. Because it states already, as I tell you when I'm saying, if you keep the Sabbath, you will put you on high places in the earth. See? So, I mean, it's simple maths. I don't know why it takes so long for other to think that. See? It's simple. So, my brethren and my sisters, I'm begging you, you know, I am actually, um, I'm advising you to start reading the scriptures, start keeping the Sabbath, keeping the laws and statutes, and I tell you, it will be well for you. So, with that, I'm going to say have a blessed day, and I hope you had a blessed week. So, if you want your week to be even more blessed and even more helpful, you should just start keeping your Sabbath. Show me where in the Bible that it says keep worship day on Sunday. If you can find that, you start keeping Sabbath and start following you on the Sunday. You can find in the Bible it says we must on the first day of the week we must worship, because the Sunday is the first day of the week. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people thinking that is, Sunday is the first day because they think Monday is the first week. So that's a way to trick you. Because if you look on your calendars, go on your phone, or if you have a physical calendar, look where Sunday starts. The answers are right underneath your nose. My people suffer because of lack of knowledge. We need to do our own research, right? And we need to read and also read the Bible. The King James Version, trust me, can't go. So until we link up again on the Sabbath, because I tend to try to do these on the Sabbath day. So until we link up again on the Sabbath, have a blessed day, and I hope the Most High, puts it in your heart to come into His flock and keep the Sabbath and also the laws. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, blessings.